I can make you mad, I can make you scream, I can make you cry, I can make you leave. I can make you hate me for everything, but I can't make you come back to me. I mean, we already got the idea that it was talking about maybe a significant partner, somebody that is super important to this person. Just like with every relationship or friendship, whatever it might be, you have the ability to make somebody feel all types of way with how you act, how you treat them, how you talk to them. It's a constant battle to maintain a strong, healthy relationship. But yeah, I mean, they are their own person. You know, you have the ability to push them away, but you do not have the ability to bring them back to you. That's something they have to want to do on their own. Calling me all day, but I never pick up. Instead of pulling my weight, always pushing my luck. You gave me all that I could take. Yeah, I took it all for granted. Heads up in the clouds, yeah, I'll never understand it. Call me all day, but I never pick up. Instead of pulling my weight, always pushing my luck. Okay, so gives me the idea that they didn't really give them the time of day, give them the time needed to, I guess, maintain this healthy relationship if, you know, they're just neglecting this other person. Somebody that's always wanting to call you, wanting to talk to you, that's somebody that cares about you and somebody that you should probably give some time to. Instead of pulling my weight, always pushing my luck. Gives me the idea that they're not committing as much of themselves, they're not committing the same effort into this relationship, this friendship, as the other person. They're, like I said, they're neglecting them, so they're really pushing their luck on how much they can neglect this other person before this other person says, you know what, you know, you don't want to give me the time, I'm done with you. You gave me all that I could take. Yeah, I took it for granted. Heads up in the clouds, yeah, I'll never understand it. You gave me all that I could take. I think this gives me the idea that he's referring to, you know, all the time, all the effort that I wanted from this person. You gave me all that I wanted, but he took it for granted. You gave me what I wanted from you. I took it for granted because now I'm not giving you, I'm not reciprocating the same effort, energy, and time that you gave me. I'm not giving that back to you. Heads up in the clouds. Maybe unaware of how they're treating this other individual. Maybe they're unaware of how much they're neglecting this person. I remember thinking I don't need you, but then time passed by and it's so untrue. Now I'm the rain over your parade, reason you're over me. Yeah, I always keep making the same mistake. Maybe I never deserved you anyways. I remember thinking I don't need you, but the time passed by and it's so untrue. You know, you think you can kind of do everything on your own. In a lot of instances, that is true. You can do a lot on your own. But I think we as people are social creatures. I think we need some type of like companionship, friendship, those people that keep us grounded. As time progressed, they realized like that life was a lot better when this person was in it, when they had this person to lean on, to talk to, that person that gave their time to them. Being alone isn't fun. So I think this person's realizing like, man, I had this really good person in my life, somebody that cared about me, somebody that gave me their time of day, somebody that was there when I needed them. I was oblivious to it, and now I don't have that person. It's interesting about life, and just I think people is everybody lives day to day. It's not often that people sit down and evaluate, you know, are very self-aware of their situation, how they've changed, what's different. And I think this person just kind of sat down and realized, like, man, my life's not so good without this person in it. So now I'm the rain over your parade, reason you're over me. Yeah, like I was saying, is if you keep neglecting the person that gives you so much time and energy, you know, eventually they're just going to cut you off because they add value to your life, but you don't add value to theirs. Yeah, I always keep making the same mistake. Maybe I never deserved you anyway. I feel like just like with every relationship, every friendship, like, it's one thing to make a mistake and apologize for it, move past it, but if you do it again and again and again, it really shows the other person that you don't care. I guess maybe an example could be when you make plans with somebody, for example. Me and a person make plans, they ghost, they don't show up. It's like, okay, it's happened one time, not a big deal. But then we make plans for another day and they don't show up. Then I'd start to think to myself, okay, I'm not going to invite them out anymore because they keep not showing up. Like, what's the point? They don't care enough to show up. So then you see how that can kind of change the dynamic. It's like, okay, now that's the less time I want to spend with them. And when you want to spend less time with somebody that is you're supposedly close with, you can kind of see why that like break in you guys becoming a lot more distant to one another starts happening. Calling all day to try to make things right, just to F it up when I see you tonight. Since you told me hit the road, I've been running on empty. If anything I know, it's how to ruin a happy ending. Calling all day to try to make things right. They're always the person that tries to put a bandage over the wound that they cause all the time. I guess it's a good thing, but, you know, there's only so many wounds you can create before somebody doesn't want to deal with you anymore. Yeah, no, there's only so much of that. You know, okay, I forgive you. And then in that same breath, you just mess it all up again. Like I was saying, it's like, okay, I'll forgive you for not showing up once. But then I invite you out again and you don't show up again. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm not inviting you out again. Look, I'll forgive you, but don't make that same mistake. It seems like he just keeps making that same mistake of messing it up. Since you told me hit the road, I've been running on empty. If anything I know, it's how to ruin a happy ending. I think by running on empty, he's realizing he's miserable, maybe. That's what he means by running on empty. He's not unhappy. By hit the road, I think that's more of a we're done. He's realizing that, okay, he doesn't get any more chances. He doesn't have the opportunity to call and try to make things right. So I think he is realizing, like, man, I messed up for the last time. And that is when the mental shift starts happening, like, where I think he really evaluates himself and thinks about, you know, maybe, okay, how do I change myself so this doesn't happen again? Whether this person ever comes back to me or just for somebody that ever gives me the time of day again. How do I prevent this person from telling me to leave out of their life? And I remember when you still needed me. Don't know how I let it go so easily. Now I'm the cloud to your sunny days, reason you run away. Don't know how I keep making the same mistakes, maybe I never deserved you anyway. I remember how you still needed me, don't know how I let it go so easily. So he remembers the times when that person needed him to be there, just like he needed this individual to be there for him. And I think he's really realizing kind of the dynamic of their friendship, their relationship, how important they were for one another. And I think by let it go so easily, he's like, how could I let somebody that needed me as much as I needed them and I cared about them so much, how could I let them go? It's kind of like you don't really realize how important somebody is until they're gone. And I think that phrase goes really well here. He doesn't realize how important this individual truly was until he doesn't have this individual in their life no more. Now I'm the cloud over your sunny days. Pretty much he's the reason that takes away this individual's happiness, joy. He doesn't add any value to their life, so he's just the cloud. I think this is an interesting song. One, it sounds like something that I would hear on the radio, and it sounds like something that I would definitely listen to growing up for sure. And two, I think when it comes to the lyrics, it's just one of those meanings where I think we all could think of somebody in which, you know, we might be the cloud over their sunny day. Somebody that maybe we didn't give as much time and energy to that we should have, that in hindsight, now that we no longer have this person, that we regret the person we were or how we treated that individual. I think this is something that is applicable to just about everybody. I'm sure there's somebody that cared about us that we neglected and that we wish we could go back and fix. It's applicable. I like his voice. I like their energy. This is a really just great band in general. And I definitely see myself at some point coming back to this band. So great recommendation. Let me know how you guys perceive the lyrics, if I was kind of in the ballpark, if I was kind of right, kind of wrong. And definitely let me know other Korean artists that you guys want me to react to, because I am getting into this Korean scene here. I've been enjoying it, so it's been fun. Definitely let me know, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.